It's the 6th of July. It's another day of Scottish transfers and another day of Scottish teams embarrassing themselves. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, here for the transfer roundup. But before we talk about any transfers, let's talk about some pre-season games that happened today. And Hearts were representing Scotland as they lost 1-0 to Plymouth Argyle. Not exactly the best result that Scotland have had this week. In my opinion, we should bring back the internationals because Steve Clarke's Scotland are the only team that can fucking win a game from this country.
Yep, you're right. And if you look at Hearts, I mean, they're 3 different managers, and not one of them can fucking manage the club.
Yeah, so. 3 managers, none of them know what they're doing.
No, you know what, right? Let's just talk about Hearts. There's going to be games when they lose, and they're all just going to blame each other, and it's going to be an absolute clusterfuck.
Like, what happens if they get...
We know it's coming.
What happens if they get... They all say they've got... we've all got an option, a choice, we've all got this and that. It's like, what happens if you get 10 minutes to go, and, like, they want to make a sub, but all 3 of them think there's a different player they should bring on?
It's a mess.
They're going to rock, paper, scissors. It's an absolute joke. It's shambolic. 1-0 loss to Plymouth Argyle's never good, but let's actually talk about a Scottish club that did win today, and that, of course, was Airdrie United. Airdrieonians.
Airdrieonians, big man. They are in their Northern Ireland tour, and they beat Dungannon Swifts 4-2.
I won't give them much credit for beating Dungannon Swift because we could probably muster up a team of YouTubers and beat Dungannon Swift, but still, here, it's a win for Airdrie over a non-Irish side, and that's more than what St Mirren or Kilmarnock could do. So,
exactly.
You know, fair play to Airdrie. But let's now move into the transfers, and the big news of the day is probably Cyril Dessers, but we already covered that on the channel, so instead, the big news of the day is Aberdeen signing former Celtic goalkeeper. Yes, Aberdeen have pulled off a move for the former under-21 Scotland goalkeeper Ross Dohan, who previously played for Celtic, currently now moved to Tranmere Rovers, or should I say...
I mean, currently, I've never even heard it. Green Rovers? Forest Green Rovers?
No, Forest Green. It went from Tranmere to Forest Green Rovers and is now ended up at Aberdeen. So, yeah, Aberdeen now have signed Ross Dohan.
This just seems pointless. This seems like a guy that's just going to get nowhere near. This guy sounds shite.
A guy that is literally destined to sit his ass on the bench for the season. I don't really see anything else.
And just when I thought Aberdeen were having a decent window, they've went and broke their windies.
No, I mean, could this be... Could it just be they need to sign a Scottish player for Europe? I don't think Aberdeen are in that state. Like, that's normally something only the old firm have to worry about. Maybe Aberdeen think they're getting a good player here. I don't know. Maybe they believe that Ross Dohan has got an opportunity. Ross Dohan actually said that it's going to be a massive season. He's looking forward to the European matches. But does that... I mean, is he going to feature?
I look forward to sit on the bench, guys. Quality, come on.
I don't know. I'd be shocked if... I would be shocked if Ross Dohan is the number 1 for Aberdeen at the start of the season.
He's not going to be. So that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Speaking of spoilers, Conor McManus has completed his move from Glentoran to St Mirren. He was unveiled today by the Saints, and he was obviously sporting the St Mirren t-shirt, or the St Mirren football shirt or whatever, and a St Mirren scarf. So he makes his move from Glentoran, undisclosed fee, as are most Scottish transfers.
It's rumoured about 100,000, so Glentoran have probably done pretty well.
That's probably right, because they did refuse 75,000, so therefore St Mirren had to come in with an improved offer.
I'll tell you what, like, I mean, a 27-year-old that plays for Glentoran, 100,000.
In my opinion, if you're still playing in the Irish leagues at 27, you can't be that good.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Now, I'm not saying he is that good because he's moved to St Mirren. But, I mean, St Mirren are a team that, let's be honest, made top 6 last season. I think they would
This guy's in the Northern Ireland national team, though, so maybe there's something about him. But then if you look at that team, it doesn't necessarily mean anything because they're absolute shite.
I feel like if you were in the non-Irish team, maybe 7-8 years ago when they were heading to the Euros, and maybe went a bit more.
Aye, not
this current non-Irish team, it's probably one of the worst non-Irish teams that I've seen in my lifetime.
Got a 45-year-old Johnny Evans at the park.
Let's be honest, like the non-Irish team in the early 2000s was extremely bad as well. So, yeah, Dylan Levitt has spoke about why he joined Aberdeen from Dundee United, and he's claimed that a big reason for it was to get back in the Wales squad, and he didn't believe that he could do that playing in the Scottish Championship. I probably agree with that.
I think that's fair enough.
Fair statement there. So, yeah, Dylan Levitt leaves Dundee United. I think Jim Goodwin will be a little bit disappointed. I think if Dundee United kept the team that they had, then they would have absolutely smoked the Scottish Championship. But they're going to have to...
They were never going to do that, though.
Yeah, no, they're going to have to replace quite a lot of the players that they have lost, and who knows...
It just shows you, like, people can talk, they'll come straight back up, but look, all that rebuilding, all those players they've bought out the fucking window.
Well, who was that idiot that turned around and says them getting relegated, it's going to be the best thing for them?
Tom McManus, was it?
What a fucking moron that is.
No, yeah, exactly.
Imagine think that a year at the Premiership, right, losing out on funds, losing your best players. Imagine thinking that's the best thing that can happen to a club.
I know, honestly.
How can you even fathom that?
The only way that could work if a team get relegated and it forced the owners out who weren't spending or something. Not a team like Dundee United who have had their best squad for years.
Yeah, because
decimated.
Going into last season, I mean, a lot of us predicted Dundee United top 6. There wasn't many people that said Dundee United wouldn't finish top 6.
No, I mean, the beat I said.
And the reason we thought that was...
Talked about it a million times, I'll talk about it again.
The reason we thought that was because they did assemble a good squad. By the time this season starts, how many of that squad will remain? Not fucking many. So,
yeah.
I don't know how getting relegated was the best thing for them. And speaking of Dundee United... They are one of 3 Scottish clubs attempting to sign Aaron Presley. Brentford are looking to sell Aaron Presley. I've seen the guy on FIFA. He has decent stats. Don't quite know what he's like in real life. He's had a couple of loan deals at AFC Wimbledon and Accrington Stanley. Not exactly the higher levels of
he's
football.
Decent stats. Name his stats then. What's he good at?
Well, I don't know, I never signed him, but I just seen it.
Oh, so what's his
well,
stats?
I did. I signed him with Football Manager.
What's his stats? What's he good at?
Well, I can't remember. He doesn't get a game. He sits on my bench.
Oh, but he's got good stats.
Well, for a shite player, he's got good
fair
stats.
enough, man. Move on.
Now, what do you mean move on? That's the
I
end.
have nothing else to say to him. That's the end. Ryan McCurdy's it for 6 months.
Aye, Ryan McCurdy's it.
That's bad.
It's not James McCurdy.
No, it's Ryan McCurdy.
You'll be on about the Hibs player.
Aye. It's James McCurdy.
Is it Ryan?
I think it is Ryan.
He's fucking pish anyway.
He's Mohawk. He changed his Mohawk, man.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Shite day here for transfers. Nothing really happened.
I don't know why it's happened, right? But transfers are dead. Like, see Deathers getting announced today. As we said earlier, we knew it for weeks. At least, and it's even like with Jota. It's like you knew it was just inevitable. Why can't someone transfer for decent sized money out of nowhere?
Make it happen quick.
So I asked, man. So I asked. But anyway, guys, that is us done. Tomorrow we'll be back. Dundee United Crable will be uploaded in the morning. Stay tuned for that. Can't wait. Cannot wait for it.
And that's it. Till next time. Peace.